So there's no way I'm gonna make it through this whole video here, but SCP-096, this is the Shy Guy. So this was a really highly recommended one by you guys. I'm really deep into it. This thing is about 40 minutes long. So, you know, I don't know. We'll probably split this around. I don't know. We'll actually see. So let's do this. Let's try it out, dude. I'm actually really interested in this, and you guys have been like really supportive about the SCP stuff, and I'm really enjoying doing it. So I think I'm going to continue doing this series. Like personally, I'm like really invested in doing it. So let's get into it. Play. It's always really exciting when you find something that you like to do that the audience also really likes, and it's cool that the suggestions match up with stuff that I like. Why is this man screaming? Okay, so administrator clearance accepted. Thank you. Hey there, dear viewers. You know that there's a lot of content within this mini-series. Don't hate the SCP because of it. Blah blah blah. He's sad enough as it is. Okay, for sure. Shy Guy. The man crying. Play. I'm mining on the other screen here. You see me glance over occasionally. I'm not actually talking to anybody right now.
Illustrated, entry log 65. After weeks of waiting, SCP-096 is here, and that is what we will be looking at today. I've already done SCP-096, however, given how much I've learned and developed over the past year, I wanted to have another crack at this and bring some better production value to such an iconic SCP-096.
Okay, so I wasn't ready for that. He ripped that man up. Oh my.
The confidential data release of this
dangerous.
SCP has been authorized by the following council and administration staff. Description.
Tree Hero is a great name.
SCP-096 is a humanoid creature measuring approximately 2.38 meters in height. The subject shows very little muscle mass, with preliminary analysis of body mass suggesting mild malnutrition. Arms are grossly out of proportion with the rest of the subject's body, with an approximate length of 1.5 meters each. Skin is mostly devoid of pigmentation, with no sign of any body hair. SCP-096's jaw can open to 4 times the norm of an average human. Other facial features remain similar to an average human, with the exception of the eyes, which are also devoid of pigmentation. It is not yet known whether SCP-096 is blind or not. It shows no sign of any higher brain functions and is not considered to be sapient. SCP-096 is normally extremely docile, with pressure sensors inside its cell indicating it spends most of the day pacing by the eastern wall. However, when someone views SCP-096's face, whether it be directly, via video recording, or even a photograph, it will enter a stage of considerable emotional distress. SCP-096 will cover its face with its hands and begin screaming, crying, and babbling incoherently. Approximately 1 to 2 minutes after the first viewing, SCP-096 will begin running to the person who viewed its face, who will from this point on be referred to as SCP-096-1. Documented speeds have varied from 35 kilometers an hour to
35
kilometers an hour, and seems to depend on distance from SCP-096-1. At this point, no known material or method can impede SCP-096's progress. The actual position of SCP-096-1 does not seem to affect SCP-096's response. It seems to have an innate sense of SCP-096-1's location. Note: this reaction does not occur when viewing artistic depictions.
Okay, I was wondering, that's probably where all the sketches come from. But that means people had to die to get these descriptions to us. There's no way.
See document 096-1. Upon arriving at SCP-096-1's location, SCP-096 will proceed to kill and SCP-096-1. 100% of cases have left no traces of SCP-096-1. SCP-096 will then sit down for several minutes before regaining its composure and becoming docile once again. It will then attempt to make its way back to its natural habitat. Due to the possibility of a mass chain reaction, including breach of Foundation secrecy and large civilian loss of life, retrieval of the subject should be considered alpha priority. Doctor has also petitioned for immediate termination of SCP-096.
How?
See Interview 096-1. Termination order has been approved and is to be carried out by Dr. on... See Incident 096-1-A.
So then here, it seems like, just like in the other one that we watched, you know, you're not getting anybody's names that's bleeped out, locations are bleeped out or omitted completely, and they're doing this cool sound effect over people's names and stuff, which I think is really awesome. So right now, this SCP is actually
Special
terrifying.
Containment Procedures.
Right, so...
SCP-096 is to be contained in its cell, a 5 meter by 5 meter by 5 meter airtight steel cube at all times.
That one, we've heard
checks
that
for any
before.
cracks or holes are mandatory. There are to be absolutely no video surveillance or optical tools of any kind inside SCP-096's cell. Security personnel will use pre-installed pressure sensors and laser detectors to ensure SCP-096's presence inside the cell. Any and all photos, video and all recordings of SCP-096's likeness are strictly forbidden, without approval from Dr. and 05...
And why would you give any approval for this? You are asking for a problem.
Audio log from Interview 096-1. Interviewer, Dr.
Whew.
Interviewed, Captain. Former Commander of Retrieval Unit Zulu 9 Alpha. Retrieval Incident 096-1-A. Begin log. Time, research area. It always sucks ass to get initial retrieval duty.
Oh no.
You have no idea what the damn thing is capable of, besides what jacked up information the field techies can scrape up.
Yeah.
And you're lucky if they even tell you the whole story. They told us to bag and tag. Didn't tell us jack shit about not looking at the damn thing.
Why
Could
would
you
they do
describe the
that?
mission, please? Yeah, sorry. We had 2 choppers, one with my team, and one on backup with Zulu 9B and Dr. We spotted the target about 2 clicks north of our patrol path. I'm guessing he wasn't facing our direction, else he would have taken us out there and then. Your report says SCP-096 didn't react to the cold. It was minus degrees Celsius. Actually, it was minus... And yes, it was butt naked and didn't so much as shiver. Anyway, we landed, approached the target, and Corporal got ready to bag it.
I'm gonna let the story finish before I tell what I have to say about it.
That's when Doctor called. I turned to answer it, and that's what saved me. The target must have turned, and my whole squad saw it. That's when SCP-096 entered an agitated emotional state. Yep. Interview now pauses for a second before continuing. Sorry. Got the willies for a second. That's alright. Yeah, well, I never saw its face. My squad did, and they paid for it up the arse. Could you describe it a little more, please? Yeah.
Oh
it started
my Jesus.
Screaming at us and crying. Not animal roaring though, sounded exactly like a person. Really fucking creepy. We started firing when it picked up Corporal and ripped off his leg.
Oh God.
He was screaming for our help. Fucking... Anyway, we were blowing chunks out of the target, round after round. It didn't do jack shit. I almost lost it when it started him. That's when you ordered the use of an...
Definitely eating. It's 100% eating this guy.
84 HEDT launcher. An anti-tank gun. Started carrying it.
Yeah, that's some real shit.
Got loose. I've seen those tear through tanks like tissue paper. Did the same thing to the target. There was significant damage to SCP-096. It didn't even fucking flinch. It kept tearing apart my squad, but with half its torso gone. He draws a large half circle across his torso. But it was taking damage? If it was, it wasn't showing it. It must have lost all of its organs and all its blood, but it didn't acknowledge any of it. Its bone structure wasn't hurt at all, though. It kept tearing my squad apart. So no actual structural damage. How many rounds would you say were fired at SCP-096? At the least, 1,000. Our door gunner kept his GAU-19 on it for at least 20 seconds. 20 fucking seconds.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's 650 caliber rounds pumped into the thing.
I will look it up later.
Might as well have been spitting at it. This is when Zulu 9B arrived. Yeah, my squad was gone. Zulu 9B managed to get the bag over its head and it just sat down. We got it into the chopper and got it here. I don't know how I never saw its face. Maybe God or Buddha, whoever thought I should live. The jackass. We have obtained an artist's depiction of SCP-096's face. Would you like to view it? You know, after hearing that thing's screams and the screams of my men, I don't think I want to put a face to what I heard.
That's fair. That's pretty fair. Yeah, that's fair.
I believe we are done here. Thank you, Captain Sabal.
How are you going to kill it? How are you going to kill it? So, you know, it's one of those themes where it's like, okay, well, like, if you know how dangerous these things are, why do you continuously, you know, let people go and see it without information, all that kind of stuff? And I think they're trying to really cross-reference what they think they know with the reality. You know, I think that they need to control the flow of information since there's been so many breaches within this, you know, in this foundation or whatever. And so it seems like they're just using people as test dummies to just see what they can do. You know, they just give them limited information and like a really limited need to know basis kind of a thing. Let's do one more log and then we'll probably split that video there. I think that'll be long enough. This is very gruesome, so I don't want to spend too much time. I don't think this is going to get monetized at all. Play.
Document 096-1.
Oh yeah, that's what
Documentation 096-1 of Experiment 096-1.
Yeah, about trying to take this thing out.
Experiment 096-1 is headed by Dr. Dan. Purpose is to test SCP-096's abilities while obtaining complete physical description of SCP-096. D-9031 is a 32-year-old convicted felon and former tattoo artist. D-9031 is placed inside bathysphere 303 Alpha, which is then lowered into the Tonga Trench off the coast of New Zealand. Position is approximately kilometers from SCP-096's temporary containment cell.
So they're just trying to move you away as far as fucking possible before you die, because you finna die. I knew it. I knew it.
The following was recorded via video surveillance inside bathysphere 303 Alpha, between it and Dr. Dan's control site on the New Zealand mainland. Bathysphere 303 Alpha reaches final depth of 10,800 meters.
God, dog.
It stopped. What now?
Do you feel fine? No sickness, anything?
My ears hurt.
That should be expected. Now, on your left should be a steel container. Open it, and there will be a manifold folder holding several photographs. Open it, and describe the first photograph, please. D-9031 complies. The camera is located so the photograph cannot be seen.
Yeah,
Nothing.
I got you.
It's an empty cell.
Thank you. Please set this photograph face down in the receptacle to your right, and look at the next photograph.
It's the same cell, but there's a foot in it, I think.
Describe it, please.
Okay, so they don't know what's on these.
Sort of creepy, actually.
Place the photograph in the receptacle face down, and look at the next one.
Okay. Oh, shit!
Okay, so
Describe
it's bad.
the photograph.
It's I don't know, some creepy-ass person.
They know you
Describe the
finna die,
photograph,
bro.
Hell, man, he's pale, as wide-eyed as something fucked up happening with his mouth. What the hell is this thing?
At this point, approximately 1332 standard time, Dr. Dan in Experiment Control is notified that SCP-096 has breached containment. The fastest path to SCP-096-1 has been cleared of civilians and other image capturing devices, and SCP-096 is now being tracked by satellite via a tracking collar. On your right there should be another steel container. Open it.
It's a pad of paper and a pencil.
Yes. Please draw a sketch of the photograph you saw.
Oh,
SCP-096-1 mumbles an expletive and spends the next 20 minutes drawing a sketch of the photograph. At the time of completion, SCP-096 is confirmed to be kilometers away from SCP-096-1.
I'm done.
Good. Place the drawing in the receptacle
Oh,
on your left
feels so bad.
and close the door. SCP-096-1 complies, and the sketch leaves Bathysphere 303 Alpha in a watertight buoyancy container. The other photographs are then incinerated in the onboard incinerator.
What now?
Please stand by.
'Cause
40
you
minutes
finna die.
pass. SCP-096 is now confirmed to be at SCP-096-1's position and is diving. Transponder signal
Bro.
ends at 9,339 meters as pressure goes beyond the device's operational limits.
Bro, it's over.
The camera
for you.
shows the bathysphere shaking slightly. From SCP-096-1's reaction, it is assumed SCP-096 is on the hull and is visible through the viewport.
Oh, fuck, shit, what the fuck is that?
Video and audio feed is cut as the whole of Bathysphere 303 Alpha is breached. SCP-096 is recovered by Surface Recovery Team Foxtrot 303 Alpha without incident. Sketch of SCP-096 is also recovered, and
Oh
a quick
my
test
god.
confirms no hostile reaction from SCP-096. Sketch is sent to Experiment Control on New Zealand, while SCP-096 is moved to permanent containment.
Oh, that poor man. That poor man. I don't know what he did wrong, but that's messed up. That's a long, drawn-out way to go to die. Shy Guy ain't no punk, bro. He ain't no punk. We'll start a video with the next incident from SCP-096. I'm gonna go check on Skitten real quick, see how she's doing. That's a lot. I'll holla, man. Peace.